Hello everyone, welcome back to my craft room. This is Whitney Lucas with Crafty Thoughts and Whatnots, and today is a very late Halloween project that I was going to do last year, but someone had asked about it this year and I promised I would do it, so here it is, coming out on Thanksgiving, might as well be, right? On Halloween Day. So I want to apologize to the individual that I said I would have it out. It's Halloween Day, but I mean, it's not late, but then again, it is what it is. I did say I was going to do it because I still had the supplies from last year, so I'm going to do it for you. I have two of these. Now, I had wanted to put something like this in, like, on a cake stand and arrangement. Then I had also thought about putting it into a wreath, but that didn't work out either. I still have some pretty grand ideas, but this particular one I'm just going to put into a centerpiece type arrangement. Now this is a wooden coffin that I got at Michael's last year, but they did have them again this year. So these wooden coffins are actually they're pretty substantial. They got a decent size to them. This is originally $16 full price. I did not pay that. I'm pretty sure I got it for 40% off. So it was like crazy good price for what it was. The inside's lined with this velvety type stuff, but again, this could just literally sit out on your table as decoration and look cute by itself. But we are going to put it into an arrangement. So, my other ideas were a cake plate with a styrofoam on it, but then I felt that it was too big. And then, of course, a grapevine wreath. And then I have these little hands here. I got these at Joann's probably 2 years ago. I did not go to Joann's this year since all the COVID stuff. I didn't go to Joann's for pretty much anything, so I don't know what they had out for Halloween this year, but I did see these hands at Michael's, something like this at Michael's and also at Walmart, I believe. There is a left and a right, if it matters. Sometimes it really doesn't matter, but these ones they're just a little bit different, each one. So I'm going to put these guys in the arrangement, and then the main part of this is going to be this little crate here. Now, I had a hard time finding a base for this arrangement that I thought would work. This crate I got off of Amazon. It is linked in my Amazon store, so you can find a description. You can find the link in my description. I also have it pinned to the first comment below to find this crate. It was very affordable. It was also, it came to me very quickly. I painted this. Actually, I used the antique Waverly wax. I used this antique wax on it, and then I used a little bit of black acrylic to get some of the darker spots here to make it more aged and weathered. But even as it arrived to me, it was a very pretty natural looking wood. So again, for the project I'm using it for, I decided to paint it and stain it. But the way it comes to you in the natural sense is absolutely gorgeous as well, and it would work for many projects. So you're looking at the inside here, but basically the outside of this here, I painted it and kind of weathered it, and it's absolutely perfect. I love these little metal accents on each part of the crate. But I needed something a decent size because I want this to be not substantial, but you guys know I can't do anything small. It's just how it is. So, of course, we're going to need some styrofoam. These are I got 4 of these. I'm going to be cutting them all kinds up. These are from Dollar Tree. And then all these various flowers here, this is the only one from Hobby Lobby. Everything else here I got at Michael's the last year when I had planned on doing this arrangement. Now, of course, guys, right now, I don't know if anyone wants to try to dupe this or if this is just really for your own entertainment, just to watch. At this point, there's no Halloween stuff out anymore, but these are all from their STEM department at Michael's. This was one of the fall bushes. Might be able to still find something like this there. I know I was there 2 days ago, and their fall stuff is being like 60% off. There wasn't much in mine. Another fall bush here. I really like the darker colors on this one. And then also this guy here is also Michael's. I can't find the tag on it, but also, yeah, right here. Another fall bush from Michael's. So I was picking a lot of dark reds, dark olives, and a little bit of browns. And then I have these guys here because I thought they added just a little bit of weird kind of, fall, which is like, dying leaves look. I liked it. It was a little mustardy color, but I thought that pop of color would look really good next to it. Also a fall ashland stem from Michael's. So those are the flowers I'm going to be working with. This one was a last edition. I believe I may have already had this in my stash from Hobby Lobby that this was fall, because I have not purchased anything fall from Hobby Lobby, any fall florals that I know of. This one I already had in my stash, so those are our florals. I have some ribbons. I don't know if I'm going to use them. We'll have to see how it goes, but I did grab these guys out of my stash. This is brand new this year. This is from craftoutlet.com. It's just a 1.5 inch wide black canvas or faux burlap with a little bit of a gray fuzzy edge to it. It's actually really cute. Now this was this year's purchase at Michael's. It was a Halloween ribbon. They were giving their ribbons for $5, so they were 50% off. So that's a $10 roll, but it's 25 feet. So 25-foot roll is actually not bad, since I'm used to always getting a lot less than that when we go to retail stores instead of getting it online. So this is a burlap with a black lace down the middle, and I really love that. Now this is the ribbon I purchased originally when I was going to do this project last year. This was also from Michael's last year, and I got it severely discounted. But I don't even know if they had that this year. But this is just a black velvet with a red detail on it that I thought was very, you know, very dark and Halloween, something you'd find in, you know, a dark castle, which is what we're going for. We're going for a dreary, a dark and dreary arrangement, something that would be, you know, something that would entertain the dead, since this is going to be a coffin. Almost vampire. If a vampire would like it, let's go for it, right? So I'm going to get my goodies cleaned off here, and then we will get started on at least trying to assemble the space to get my idea going. So 1 second, guys. Alrighty, so to get started, we are just going to be cutting up a lot of this styrofoam. I have like 4. I've been holding this coffin in this little basket here for I don't know how many different ways and directions, and I've just been trying to figure out which way I want to place it. And a few things have seemed really cute to me. So we're just going to mess around with it real quick. I know these blocks cannot stay the size they are, because they're definitely way too big. Now I grabbed 4 of them, but I don't know if I'm going to be needing all 4. So I'm just going to unwrap 2 for now. And what I'm going to start with is I'm going to cut them in half. So let me get my big knife. You guys use kitchen knives from like the discount stores. They're like the best thing ever, because obviously they're for your craft room, they're not for your kitchen. So this is a bread knife I got, like, I don't know, Big Lots or something for a while ago, but this thing works wonders for a lot of stuff. So a couple seconds, guys, these sounds are going to be annoying, so I'm just going to literally cut these blocks in half, and then we'll do a little bit more cutting, but I'm going to cut these in half. Okay, so guaranteed they're not even, and we don't really care or need them to be. So from here, remember, I don't want a lot of height on this, because this is going to be a substantial piece. This was my idea. So if you're looking at the, I don't know why I turned that around. So if you're looking at the arrangement, this is how I kind of want the box to sit in there. It's sort of a diagonal like this. But I don't want it sitting straight up. I don't want it literally straight on like that. I didn't like this. I mean, this direction's not so bad, but I felt like even with flowers and ribbon, it would look a little ridiculous. So I'm going to have it literally set kind of at an angle, so we have a opportunity for hands to come out. This is the idea, is that the hands are going to come out on either side of this. So if I kind of have it at a diagonal like that, resting back here, I can fill the rest of this up around here with more pieces of styrofoam, so it has more support. And fastening it in, we're going to be using some stems, but that's basically the gist of it, guys. And these fit in there quite perfectly, honestly. perfect little set. The only problem is from the side you can see the styrofoam. So I'm gonna cut little pieces off here, maybe like, what is that? That's not even, it's just like a 1/2 inch off of each side. Yeah, it seems to be working out. Now again, guys, there's probably, you know, better planning if you wanted to do this. But I just want to get the base, established. And then I'm going to add more styrofoam from there so that I can get a good idea as to how I'm gonna build it up. Okay, so I'm going to save all those. Because I forgot to show you guys in the opening that we are going to use this Spanish moss. I got this brown Spanish moss. Again, this is from Dollar Tree. So again, I'm very excited with a lot of the things I'm finding at Dollar Tree now. Just an idea. Hold on, guys. Let me see what we're working with here, how we're going to do this. That seems to work out pretty good. Okay, so instead of taking all these small pieces, I'm probably going to just layer these around the outside here. Maybe not. I could probably also keep these as shivs. Use them as, not shivs. Oh my god. Is it a shim? A shim. A shiv would be like stab you. Oh my god. Shiv. A shim. You know, like the kind you use for painting. Not the kind for murder. Love it. Gotta love it. I'm wonderful, aren't I? Alright, so time to commit. Let's glue these girls down. Start this process. Get her going. Get her going. I have enough room here on the sides. I can tuck that Spanish moss in now. Whereas previously I did not have that kind of room. Which is why I cut those extra pieces off. Excuse me. Okay, so let me get rid of this tag back here. Only a little bit of paper, but that won't be showing anyways, so. I need to build up both sides too because we're going to be putting these hands in. So, let's open up a third one and cut it in half and see what happens. open up this way. Let me see here. I'm just gonna open up a little bit. We gotta put some stuff inside of here too. Obviously, we have to have it open just a little bit. So hold on, let me face this towards me real quick. Actually, I think I like it better off to the side over here. Alright, change of plans. I'm going to put it in this left corner. So we are going to use all four. Maybe some extra little pieces here and there. But that's okay. I'll get my bigger knife out again. Yep, that's how I want that. That's going to be great. Put a hand in hand and then lots of flowers and goodies. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to put some Spanish moss on this one, but I need to cover some of this down here first. So this is the messy part that I'm not like. This is like when I'm not a huge fan of the Spanish moss, but a lot of times it's what works in the moment. So I stick with it. But yeah, it's pretty messy. I don't like a lot of messier stuff. I don't like the fallout from the moss. I don't like the fallout from glitter. The fallout from nuclear testing. I kid. I got jokes, guys. I got jokes. I'm going to take it and I'm tucking it around the bottom first. So that way you can see there, you're not looking at styrofoam, you're looking at something else. Like you can see that over that part right there, but there'll be greenery and more stuff to hide it. Just tuck that in there like that. Crucial step. So I definitely will have to be vacuuming. Check that out, check that out. Okay. Now, how did I have it? I had a piece like back here, like that. Okay, so how I attach my Spanish moss to my... Oops, hold on. Oh, okay, I have to grab floral pins. Attach it with floral pins. I put, I don't usually use glue, just because there's going to be enough glue with the different stems and things as you attach it. I have 2 bags of this, so I'm hoping I have enough. So I'm just going to cover the sides of this and kind of the top of it with Spanish moss. So kind of just pull it all out and then stick a floral pin in it. If you want to use glue, go for it. I personally don't. I think it gets a little bit too much, a little too much gluey. Coral pins do their job majority of the time, in my opinion. Alright, so this one's getting glued down up here, and then tuck that around it. Also, when you're sticking your flowers through here, the flowers are going to help glue it down too, you know, and also keep the two styrofoam pieces, you know, as one-ish. So messy. I'm also going to put some flowers and stuff underneath it. And then I have a stem idea I need to use for attaching it just a little bit better to give it some support, some more solid support. Alright, so that was one whole bag. And another mess. See all this right here? This right here. This is why I hate Spanish moss. Really. It's a love-hate relationship is what it is. I'm also covered in it. So, let's see how our girl is fitting in here. Looking pretty good. So that's my idea, guys. Got it so it's kind of leaning up. Let's see if I can push this back more so you guys get a better view. Alright, so I'm gonna put this in because we have to put some styrofoam over here too. Maybe move over just a little bit. So I'm gonna grab a brown stem. Do I got a brown stem somewhere? Well, this is like greenish, brownish. It's kind of a little flimsy. Grab I'm using a stem from a previous project from like a pretty decent. From another, like, actually I could use one of the ones from the flowers I plan on using, you know, a stem that you would buy in the floral department. And we're going to attach it to the back of our coffin. We're going to kind of use it like a kickstand to help support it and also attach it a couple more points. So I'm just cutting the little nubbies off of it where the leaves were. And then here I'm going to measure it from how deep it is here. So I'm going to guess I only need about maybe this much. I'm going to place it here in the middle, and I'm going to bend it like this. Do you see how that works, guys? I'm going to be using this on the back of this guy. Sort of like that, and this piece is the part that's going to stick into the styrofoam. Unless you guys have better ideas. I'm going to try stapling it and gluing it. I don't know how this is going to work. Let's see what happens when I staple it. We may not be able to, but let's try. I don't know if my staples are long enough. They're probably not. Oh, they are. Nice, nice. Okay, one more. No, they're not. Hold on. If I used a thinner stem, I bet you I could, but let me see maybe if I can cut some of this plastic off. Make it a little bit thinner. Remember, I'll put a bunch of hot glue back here. And this can all be covered by greens and florals and stuff, so don't worry, guys. It's not like it's going to show. Some of the behind-the-scenes stuff is like, who cares? Yeah, for those of us who are creating, we really don't think it makes a difference. So basically, see, I cut most of that thickness off of there. Beginning to think now that I need to do it this way. And bend it more like that. That's exactly what I need to do. Let me get my little hammer. Sorry if that's shaking the camera, guys. Let me do that on the floor and get over here real quick. No, it didn't. It came out. It came out. Gosh. Alright. Maybe I can use a thinner stem. It's not very thin. It doesn't have to be like crazy thick, you know what I mean? It just needs to be a decent wire. That worked better. Definitely worked a lot better. There you go, guys. Staple that in pretty good. And we're just gonna do like this. And then I'm going to look for a leaf. Use a decent leaf off of this one. It's pretty dark. I'm going to cut it off of one of these bushes over here. And again, this ain't going to be seen anyways, but that's just in case that little sneak peek wants to sneak out. So we're going to hold this here. And I'm going to bend it down this way. I've got some glue on my fingers. And that's the idea because it's going to push right into there. So I need to cut a substantial amount off of that. There we go. So that's how I'm doing. It's like a little kickstand. Just a little bit of kickstand on that. Okay. And you see how that's going in there? We're pushing it into this piece here. just like that. I'm going to bend it more because in order to get it to fit where I want it to, I'm going to close this for now. Perfect. Look at that. That's exactly what I wanted. Look how cute she is. Okay. So, now that I have it in there like that, I'm going to lift it up. I'm going to put a bunch of glue here on this edge because that's where it's going to touch down here at the bottom. Oh, go figure, guys. Fill the hole up. Fill the end of the stem up. Just like that. And place it right back down where I had it. Push it in just like that. So there's a decent amount of glue down here on the bottom edge where it's touching the styrofoam inside. And we got a lot of glue here on this part holding it up. And then the rest of the stuff, we're going to be supporting it with the florals and all the other goodies that we're going to be putting in here. So save your extra pieces of stems, because those always come in handy. Okay. Alright, so let's put this together and see how I'm going to get these guys situated first before we start doing the floral parts. Okay, so my idea was to have the hands coming out from here and here, like holding on to Yep, I don't need to put another piece of styrofoam in here. That's good to go. I'm going to do one up higher than the other, and then actually I guess I need to move this a little bit forward. I'm going to glue these little pieces just by a couple dots in the middle. You don't want to put too much glue. See guys, this is what's frustrating sometimes. It's like I have an idea, but I believe it's a little incomplete, so certain things aren't really working out the way I want them to. Yeah, so I'm going to glue this on the inside of my coffin here. Just like that, because we're going to put just some flowers and stuff poking out. Okay. So, for this, put these in and see what happens where I'm gonna, that's where I plan to place them at least. Alright, so that's the idea. Kind of a little nifty, kind of a little creepy. kind of off. And this is actually running into the floral pin I have here, so I'm going to take that out real quick. We'll put a different one in, or we'll move it. So I can push this down deeper. Yeah, just like that. There's the idea, guys. So this is only going to be open just a little bit with a few flowers poking out. Okay, I'm going to cut a notch down here where the glue was. Just pull some of that styrofoam out to give it a better, like a little channel to set in before I glue it again. These little, like, I guess needle nose pliers are really good for that. You just kind of dig them into the styrofoam and then just pulls out pieces of styrofoam. It's basically all you're doing is digging out a channel. And no one's really going to see it anyways. Again, this is all the behind the scenes, or the construction. You hear that styrofoam crackling, just crackling. And I'm going to hold it. Trying to see if I got left and right correct, yeah. Yeah, so the thumb and a thumb. Because I got a left and a right hand. I made sure I had the proper placement of goodies. Alright, so before I do that, I'm going to put a little bit of more moss on some of the parts that are definitely showing. There we go. Stick down, stick down. Tuck this this one under here. Again, guys, most of this is not going to show because I'm going to have florals, but this is just a, you know, precaution. It's not needed. I just think it adds to it, so I add it. If you don't have Spanish moss, you can always use reindeer moss or, you know, little moss stones, or just make sure you use enough florals that you definitely know for sure it won't be seen. This is going to have a lot of like little small spots that might not be so forgiving, so I just want to put that in there just to make sure. Plus, this was like the perfect color. The regular moss I normally have is a lighter green color, so I did not want that. I need this to look nice and dead. Nice and dead. Like the undead. Dead. The dead looking but undead of the deadness. Alright, so the hole I already had made over here for this hand, I'm just going to fill up with glue. I'm going to put that puppy right back inside there where it was. Push it back down. That's the wrong one. There we go. That's the right one. Support that with some more glue. And same thing with this one over here. So here is the majority. Here's the majority of my idea. So I got the two skull hands. I got my my rest in peace box. I got my little coffin going on here. Got a little bit of glue here. So I'm going to start digging into these florals, guys. I'm going to start cutting apart a lot of this guy first, because this is a lot of my main filler. And I'm going to cut it in pieces. See, it's really easy to cut if you cut it down by the next bundle. So like here's the one stem, right? So if I take it and I go down and I cut it as close to this bundle as it is, then I've turned it into its own little pick. So it's, a lot of the times that's like the best way to get your project, you know, to get the bushes and stuff to last and for them to get full and, you know, more bang for your buck. If you buy the little tiny picks, a lot of times, in my opinion, they don't go as far as I would like them to. They don't add enough. You have to end up buying more, if you know what I mean. So you get more bang for your buck if you just get the bushes and then cut them into picks. So I'm just stuffing these in pieces in the back here, filling it up a little bit more. I hope you guys have a good enough view here, far enough away. Just placing these things all around here, kind of make it look like a little wild, a little unkept, you know, something like, you know, obviously the caretaker left a while ago. No, I'm saying caretaker might be in there for all I know, right? So just place those guys willy-nilly all around in there, just all around there. And obviously the moss is helping us out too. So that is also a good thing. Definitely going to add one of these guys in there because these guys are crazy looking. And I'm going to try to pull them. I can tell these guys might need steel picks. They're not exactly thick on the end part of the stems. So let's just see what we're working with here. But I want to add this in as the bottom filler before we put the florals in. This one has a substantial wire in it, so this one I might be okay to just. Oh yeah, these things add the perfect color. It's the perfect like mustardy yellow dead. Love it. Yellow dead yellow. Yeah, the rest of these are like way too thin. They're way too thin to do anything. So I'm gonna cut what I have here, and I'm gonna put a steel pick on the end of them. So I'm going to get my steel pick machine a little closer here. Come here, pretty girl. So steel pick is basically adding a floral stem to the end of something that needs the help or actually needs the support. So that's what we're doing, is we're adding an end to it. If you don't have a steel pick machine, never fret. You can always use a floral tape and a piece of the stem that it came on, something thicker, and just wrap that together, glue it and wrap it. It's never like you're never going to be completely out if you don't have a steel pick machine. Granted, I love my steel pick machine. And I put that in there because I'm still working at covering up the back of this here, so you don't want to see the little system we have back there that was holding it up. So that's really all I'm doing in that instance. These two have a good stem on them, but these two don't. So those will be single, and I'll put these together. In their own little steel pick. Make a little thing out of these guys here. Put glue on the end. Place that one right down there on the corner. Got a little bit of wild coming out the corner. I like the way that looks there. So, oh, pretty. All right, so what I need to do here is the flowers I have seem to be a little bit kind of big for this. Now that I'm looking at the size of this, I probably should have made this a little bit grander. I'm always worried about going too much or too over the top, and then I end up doing it anyways. But I'm going to try, I guess I got to do the inside of this first, guys, or it's not going to work out. Like, I really need to I need to open this a little bit more because it kind of doesn't fit too well. So I'm going to just stick my picks and stuff inside here first before I do the florals on the outside. Because there may be an instance where I need to, I might need to, I got to turn it toward you guys. I might need to cover some other stuff up. And it's already come unglued from the bottom again. Yeah, this is just a little frustrating, but I'll get it done in the end, guys. We'll get her looking good. Probably should have put it in a little bit differently or made it different. I'm not sure what I did wrong. We'll figure it out though. No problem. So some berries or some, like, this thing is just crazy looking. I love that. That's going to go in there for sure. I'll definitely put this in here somewhere. Maybe pop it out down here at the bottom. I'm filling in the coffin at the moment, guys, before I re-glue it. Oh, that looks ridiculous. These are a little bit too big. I need to look for some smaller flowers. I don't have any smaller flowers that are going to look good in this coffin popping out of it. All these buds are way too big. That looks a little nice. Maybe I'll just put another... just put a couple pieces of this popping out. I'm just putting these in steel picks because it's not working. Come on, guys. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. Okay. I have such a divot of glue down there that I don't even know if this is ever going to stick again. That's what I'm worried about. Like, I don't know how to... I'm probably just going to leverage it in. I'll put some more glue on it, but I'm going to leverage it down in there with... probably just have to leverage it in with the flowers. And I'm taking my steel, and sorry you guys, you can't see because of the angle of this, but I'm taking the tips of the steel picks after I stuck them in, and I'm bending them towards the outside of the, towards the opening of the coffin. Yeah, okay, well, we'll see how that works. Alright, so I'm going to add one of these big guys in because Of course, this doesn't attach to it. I don't really like when there's leaves that aren't, the leaves don't go on the stem. The leaves are like separately attached. It's like you cut it off, you guarantee you're not going to have that leaf. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, it's too small to fit on there. So this one, you can't really use those leaves. So I'm going to put this red on the back of here. Kind of push that in right here. Just this is, again, this is the hiding the behind the scenes and the filler and this stuff back here. It's gigantic. Okay, just making sure it's not too squished. I don't like when flowers are literally squished to the point where you can tell they look like they've been stuffed. I hate that. So I'm trying to just make sure I got this one in the right spot and it's not stuffed into the back of this. This would be bad. Okay. There's our first flower. And of course it looks stuffed, doesn't it? I had it so it didn't look stuffed. All of these look too big now, guys. I may have bought flowers. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's going to work out. It's going to work out. I was letting stuff. Yeah, no. It's going to work out just fine. I got this green one over here that's beautiful in this spot. Let me glue it in and I'll show you guys in a second. It's one of those things where I just need to... Yes, it's perfect over here. Look at this green one. Look at that green one right there. Isn't that beautiful? Put this one up here. Turn it that way. Oh, yes. Gorgeous. Sorry guys, this is the part where my commentary kind of falls off a little bit, so this should make some of the people who think I talk too much happy. I got jokes. Anyways, this is the part where I just start kind of seeing and placing and making things pretty, making me happy. So this is where you might not hear me talking very much. It's where my brain starts working and moving and trying to get things in order. And, okay, do I like this here? Do I want this one here? Definitely like that. Is this a dahlia? Is that a dahlia, guys? I'm not sure what that is. It's not a ranunculus. I have that tattooed on me. But it's a pretty dark red flower, and it looks gorgeous right there. Where did I have it? Right there. And what I'm going to do is, where's the one that I'd already cut from? There's that. I'm going to have this kind of pop up through here a little bit. Gorgeous. I don't think there's room for a ribbon, guys. I really don't think it needs it as much as I love ribbon. There's not room for it, and I don't know that it needs it. It's just one of those... Another floral thing without a ribbon on it. I don't know. I don't know what's happening to the world, you guys. What's happening to me? I'm using things without ribbon in it, and I'm okay with it. You guys send help. There's something wrong. Let's see if I need those two on it. I got one of each. I'm not going to put another green one down here. I don't want to do that. Let's see if I can just get this to work for me. Come on, man. It's one of those things where, I don't know if you guys can even really see the angle I'm working on this with. I'm really sorry. Nope, it's not staying in. I'm gonna get even with this. And just add these flowers, add these flowers, add these little dead touches. Alright, I got it, guys. I was able to leverage it in with the flower up here up front. This flower and this little greenery patch here has leveraged that guy in, so it is not going in there. You can kind of see here the idea. That's where we're going with it. That's where we're going with it. So we got the two hands, we got our big flowers. There's not very many like little tiny picks and things in here. There's a bunch of not styrofoam, a bunch of Spanish moss. And I'm kind of trying to tuck it into the little slats back here. But the Spanish moss is definitely needed. I'm glad I put it in there because obviously there are a lot of spots where it would show if I didn't have it. You see all this place, all these places? There would be a lot of it showing. So I'm just taking a peek and looking around because I might put a couple more of these guys in here. Flower still seems a bit, I pulled it out because it seems a bit stuffed to me, and I do not want that at all. I hate it. It's like a pet peeve when things look like they've been shoved in and they don't fit, especially in floral arrangements. And you know, when I was digging through my Halloween stuff, you guys, I have some extra skulls and stuff that I found that I really liked. And I was like, I could have done a skull topiary. Oh, I don't like how the seasons change on me. They change too quickly. I feel like I'm always like behind to the point where I lose out. And I was like, dang it, I had so many more ideas. What do you do at that point, huh? What do you do? I need to make a new stem for this flower because it got pulled and it's just not there. So that, you see this right here? This is a piece I've saved from another bush, and look, it fits perfectly. It fits perfectly in there. So it's like, if you see here, guys, like this is my stash. These are like all the little pieces I've saved from other projects and other bushes. They always come in handy. And I have them like, I have a shoebox over here to the right. And in the shoebox, I have a bunch of toilet paper rolls. Empty toilet paper rolls. Let me see if I can show you guys. And do you see that box with those toilet paper rolls in it? That's extra stems and pieces. And, you know, we got Chanel stems. We've got all my extra, here's my extra dowels. This is a skewer I use to paint some stuff with. All the extra little pieces. And then at the back there, there's all my extra... You can see all my extra chopsticks and stuff. This right here has come in so handy, and I keep it close by so I can just reach and grab things. And in this instance, I was able to grab it to make my flower longer. I want this on a longer stem. So, because it's going to pop out the back, and then I'll put some other stuff around it. So I cut this piece off, and see how short it is. I'm going to put it over here with my other goodies and save it. Not sure why I whispered that, but what else? Okay, so on the back here, I need to fill this in, and I'm putting that flower back there. So I'm going to just glue in another one of that. It looks like eucalyptus to me. I don't know what this is, guys. It also looks like the stuff that you would put in a fish tank to decorate. So I'm literally just going to pop this guy right back down in here and just kind of fill that in on the left and right there. But since now I have a longer stem on here, I'm going to be able just to pop that buddy down in there and let it hang over naturally the way it needs to. So all the other goodies I put back here to hide things will stick out, and they'll be an accent. This right here is the part that makes me happier, because now it's not stuffed, and it doesn't look as though I literally just shoved it back there just to cover up some stuff. I absolutely despise when that happens. So now she has her own home. Bend it down a little bit to the left and the right. Flip her out a little bit. And that's how I want that to look. Just like that. So there's the back of your centerpiece or your little decorative guy. It's not definitely not going to be an issue. And now I just noticed right here I can see down in there. So let's put another little fish tank. A little piece of our fish tank to help cover that up. And then I'm putting it right up top here, guys. I don't have the leverage, so that's what your needle nose pliers come in handy for. Just pop that down in there. more or less to cover up. So now your view down into the top of the coffin, you see greenery. You don't see you don't see a piece of styrofoam. It's like, here lies my styrofoam. Let's see if I can get an even longer piece over here on this side. Again, these are things, hindsight's 2020, right guys? So what I should have done was put this together first and then do this thing first. So now hopefully you guys will see all the things I'm doing wrong and what's frustrating me and making me angry. And then also things like, okay, that's cute, it's working out, be calm. All kinds of stuff. And then see from there. Right now, you guys can't see, I'm digging in the top of this thing here, trying to get this last piece of stuff in here. It's fine. Quite honestly, guys, I'm gonna call it quits and just say that that looks good the way it does. There's like a hole here that I don't know that I'm okay with right there, but I might be overlooking it or overdoing it, you know. Anybody out there want to tell me calm down? Pretty dangerous though. I'm just gonna pop this guy over here. That stick out there. So I mean, this one has turned out to be a good little. This bush here has been like perfect. I've almost used the whole thing, and I'm loving every second of it. So that has to be a good thing. Yep, that looks perfect right there. Holds this leaf down a little bit. Yeah, so far so good. I'm going to move this over more this way. So we've got two skull hands holding our coffin. I'm not sure if I would have used these flowers in this size. My original plan, I didn't really have one, you guys. I just bought these flowers with these eyes. These hands were not bought with this. This actually was laying on the table together, and I was like, I kind of like that. So that's how that worked out. So if there's improvements, obviously everything can be improved, but I'm kind of happy with this. I'm digging what's been here so far. It's a very, you know, it's not cutesy or whimsical at all. It's very, you know, I don't know, what do you call this, you guys? What kind of style is this? I have no clue what to call this, other than I like it a lot. Come on, flower. Come on. Okay, that's not long enough, so I'm going to put a steel pick on it, because the steel picks also are designed, they add length to things as well. So I got at least another, what, 1.5 inches on that? And that's about 1 inch, 1.25 inches on that. And that's exactly what I needed, just right there. So, not just to help with, you know, strengthening, it also helps with lengthening. Strengthening and lengthening. And then that was perfect to add right there in that spot. So, more green. Might need to put this red guy. Maybe like right here somewhere. Also another steel pick just in case. I love that. And last one, I didn't use any of the other greenery leaves that came on the stems because I mean, honestly, what do you guys think? I don't think it needs it. I think basically it just, it might be like a little bit too green, you know, a little bit too fresh. I like these yellowy leaves turning kind of dead look. I like the dead look. But you know, in a good way. There we go. Filled that in perfectly like that. That makes me happy. So I have some goodies here, some goodies there. I didn't get this guy in there. And I didn't get much of this bush in here. I do not know where this fell off at, but I really like it. Oh, it came from right there. Okay. Well, I will perform flower surgery and put this thing back together. But I really like them. I think they're crazy looking. Here, let me show you. Let me get this fixed and I'll put it back on camera and show you guys. Don't these little guys right here look kind of cool? Don't they look a little strange and, I don't know. Almost like an Audrey 2. Does anybody know what an Audrey 2 is? That's a movie reference right there. It's a movie reference if there ever was one. Anybody? Put it in the comments if you know what an Audrey 2 is. I'm gonna laugh. Everybody knows what an Audrey 2 is. It's glued in pretty good. I'm going to take these leaves because these leaves seem smaller. I don't know what it is. Maybe I don't need the leaves on it, but some of them have the red leaves on them, like the one I glued on the back of the coffin that I really didn't need to. If you guys take a look now, right, I don't need it on the back of that coffin, did I? But you never know, so plan accordingly, I guess. That's what we can learn from this. Plan accordingly. Oh yeah, she's going right here because it's weird looking and I love it. I'm going to put these kind of a little bit lower. Oh, it's just weird enough. Look at it, guys. It's just weird enough. These two girls right here. Those are the ones I just added. I love the way it looks. I love it. I can't beat you. I can't leave them out. They're just crazy and weird, and I love every second of it. Alright, so, do I have another one I can put on this side? I got two more. I'm going to put one of these things on this side since I have one on the other side. This thing. This came off of that bush as well. So there's like a lack of red over here, sort of, kind of. I don't want that there. I think I'll put it closer to the hand over here. There we go. Kind of breaking up this green right here. A little bit too much leaf, so I'm going to take this off and leave only the one leaf on there, and also going to make a steel pick out of it. So actually that didn't stick at all. There we go, that one took. perfect. Yep, I love that there. Some of these times, like if you get a steel pick in there, like I'm trying to pull this out, this isn't coming back out. The steel pick grabs enough that you don't really need to use hot glue. So I added this guy right here. See, there's just the perfect amount of coverage. So I think I'm going to call it quits on it, guys, and leave her here and see. I might look at it and, you know, come back to it. You know, sometimes, do you guys ever do that? Do you just, like, you know, finish your projects and then maybe revisit them? Just like, because something just doesn't seem right, but at the same time, it's absolutely gorgeous and I love every second of it. So it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know, but I love it, but I don't know, but I love it. It's one of those things. You guys tell me in the comments. I mean, there'll be pictures here at the end, like always, like most all my videos. I put pictures at the end for you guys. So you guys tell me what you think in the pictures. I'm just messing with it real quick. I'm going to show you really quick. Of course, definitely show you before I send you off. Before I send the nigh. I still think that it needs to be something up here, right here with red. Right here with red, and I don't want to use those. Alright, I'm taking this with no leaves on it. I thought I was done. Gosh. It's like one of those people who can't say goodbye. And they start talking again. That's my mama. Let me tell you that right now. Let me see where there's styrofoam to bite into in here somewhere. Has to be down here. Yeah, she's perfect right there. That's what it needed. It needed just a little bit. This is like a dark blood maroon type color, but it needed something right here breaking up that yellowy, greeny spots and stuff and such. Alright, so I added that right, stuffed it right down in there. So let's pan backwards. Pull it up a little bit, see if I can get a better view for you guys. Can't pan up too much. I ain't got no mega ball, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. This is it, guys. I don't know. I am torn. I absolutely love this. I didn't know I would like it so much. I thought maybe these hands were a little bit too big or something like that. But I'm really loving the colors. I'm loving this. I don't know. I definitely feel like I should have put some ribbon in it or maybe found a bigger base. But this is one of the ones I struggled with that I had a few different ideas. I still have another coffin that I could always use next year and put in a grapevine wreath and then actually have an arrangement coming out of the coffin itself. This thing is definitely in there now. You can see that. The hands are holding it. I've got it leveraged in mostly with this. The glue just wasn't sticking into the styrofoam at the bottom. But the piece on the back is holding very well as mainly this flower, and the hands are holding it in, as well as that piece that we stapled onto the back. So it's not going to come out. I got all the rest of the little things in here covered with the Spanish boss. But remember, guys, this crate is also available to you on Amazon through my Amazon shop, and I'm an Amazon associate partner, so I get a very small commission off qualified purchases. So if you feel like you want this, you go ahead and click on that link, and it helps me out even just a little bit. Every little bit helps, so I can keep things going and getting some more supplies and more goodies and things. But tell me what you think. I will put more pictures at the end, different angles like I normally do. And then we'll be moving on to more fall. I know it's basically Halloween day today. So again, I'm sorry for waiting so long on this. To the individual that was asking for it, I believe her name, or her YouTube name was Wally, or Walsey. I'm sure, I'm so sorry I can't remember the name, but I do know who it is. So I'm sorry I'm so late on it. I should have done this a lot sooner, but I really was struggling with some of the ideas, and I think it still turned out. What do you guys think? that's about it, guys. I have many, 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 many more projects. I have a list. I don't have it with me, but I should have showed you guys my list. I have a list of them on a little spiral notebook. Every time I come up with an idea, I write it down. And there is a pile, literally a pile over here on the floor of everything in order of everything I'm going to do and start recording next. I got a couple of chalk paint ideas. I got a topiary I want to make. I got all kinds of stuff, guys. All kinds of stuff. A snowman, a Christmas tree centerpiece, all kinds of great stuff. So just stay tuned. I appreciate all of you guys sticking with me, your support, your views, your kind comments. They're all greatly appreciated. You guys help me out more than you possibly can know. Everybody's also very kind to each other. So again, be kind to yourself, be kind to each other, take care of each other. You guys are always so awesome. And I'll see you guys in the next video. So until then, happy crafting, and bye-bye, guys.